President Donald Trump's recognition of Jerusalem as Israel's capital on Wednesday could have deep repercussions across the region. In a 15-minute address from the White House, he reversed decades of U.S. policy, defying warnings he would create further unrest in the Middle East. Whilst welcomed warmly by Israel's Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, as a historic day, Trump's decision has been condemned broadly as destroying Washington's role as a peace mediator. Here is a look at why Jerusalem is such a sensitive issue. Conflicting claims. Israel claims all of Jerusalem as its capital, while the Palestinians claim the city's eastern sector, captured by Israel in the 1967 Mideast War, as the capital of a future independent state. These rival claims lie at the heart of the decades-long Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The conflict is focused largely on the Old City, home to Jerusalem's most important Jewish, Christian and Muslim holy sites, and in particular on a hilltop compound revered by Jews and Muslims. The compound, known to Jews as the Temple Mount, is the spot where the biblical Jewish temple stood thousands of years ago and is considered the holiest site in Judaism. Today, it is home to the Al-Aqsa Mosque, the third holiest site in Islam, and the iconic gold-topped Dome of the Rock. While Israel controls the city and its government is based there, its annexation of East Jerusalem is not internationally recognized. The international community overwhelmingly says the final status of Jerusalem should be resolved through negotiations. Read more. Today I am delivering, Trump. Read more. Israeli PM praises Trump on historic day. Why is Trump doing this? On the campaign trail, Trump took a strongly pro-Israel stance and promised to relocate the U.S. embassy from Tel Aviv, where most countries keep their embassies, to Jerusalem. Since taking office, he has learned that such a move is easier to talk about than to carry out. Under American law, the president must sign a waiver every 6 months that leaves the embassy in Tel Aviv. In June, Trump renewed the waiver, as a string of predecessors has done. This week, another 6-month deadline passed without Trump renewing it. On Wednesday, however, Trump ordered the State Department to begin the multi-year process of moving the U.S. embassy to the Holy City. This is nothing more or less than the recognition of reality, he said. Recognizing Jerusalem as Israel's capital could allow Trump to say that he kept a campaign promise. It also will thrill Israel, whose Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, is one of Trump's biggest supporters on the global stage. What effect will his declaration have? On the ground, very little will change. Netanyahu's office and official residence are in Jerusalem, as are the country's parliament, Supreme Court and Foreign Ministry. Visiting world leaders immediately travel to Jerusalem for meetings with Israeli officials. Much of Jerusalem is an open city where Jews and Palestinians can move about freely, though a separation barrier built by Israel more than a decade ago slices through several Arab neighborhoods and requires tens of thousands of Palestinians to pass through crowded checkpoints to reach the center of the city. Interaction between the sides is minimal and there are large disparities between wealthier Jewish neighborhoods and impoverished Palestinian ones.